My cousin's here, I guess that. You can't see us, well, we can see a smiling face, but only a photo.
Yeah, it looks better in the photograph.
Fair enough.
She's probably had a fag. No, she's not going to respond.
No.
Okay, she's on anyway. What I've had to do, well, you'll see what I've done tonight. I'll give one more minute and I'll get cracking, because at the end of the day, if the training's up and running, people can actually see it.
Yeah.
They can pick up on it. Obviously, people will get used to. Well, tonight's an unusual Friday night because of the football.
Because of the bloody Croatians, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all ready for the next season.
Well, I've got me. But to put my England shirt away, I suppose I could wear it Saturday, but it's not the same, is it?
I don't even know I'm going to watch the game, to be totally honest. Anyway, okay.
You there, Kaz?
I know. Oh, something's happening. My picture's gone. Our picture's back. I'll eat this piece of nibbles and then I'll get... I know everybody knew about it, so...
Dave, I'm on.
Are you on? Okay. That's good.
Dave.
Hello.
Dave's still phoning me. Dave, I'm on, dude.
David.
It's all right.
David.
It's all right. Stop phoning
You
me
might
now.
have sold the mute down. But it actually is, looks like it's frozen.
It's all right. Stop phoning me now.
You got something in his hand.
My computer was going doolally. That's why I couldn't get on.
Well, as I said to Dave and Roger, I'm going to record it anyway because then it'll be up and running. Oh, I told you David had frozen.
Yeah.
We weren't sure if you were having a fag.
Can you put a title on the Zoom as well, Andy, so they know what it is when you post it?
Yeah, there will be when I upload it.
Thanks, mate.
I'll upload it to YouTube first because then you get better resolution.
Come on, Sam.
Anyway, I'm going to start it, otherwise I won't get it done.
Yeah.
So, share screen. I thought there was going to be a few of the new people on tonight, but...
Well, Kerry's at work. Yeah. Zoe's at work.
Never mind, as I say. Slideshow. Okay, so this is the first real training since we've got started. Dated 13th of July, Friday the 13th. Okay, up and coming events. We know we've got the big one happening on Sunday the 16th September, noon till 5 o'clock latest, at the Hilton Hotel Junction 24M1. Admission is £10. Now, my understanding is the mass majority of people speaking are in our upline. So, Debbie G, Ram Lang, etc. And obviously by then we'll have a lot more information about the business because we'll have had Christmas catalogues, pay plan have been released, etc. So, when you're joining this business, you've joined for a reason. And those reasons are your goals. Now, it could be a very small goal. It could be to make 50 to 20 quid, 15, 20 quid a month, a week rather. It could be a couple of £100 a month, or it could be the bigger goals. But there'll always be things and obstacles that will get in your way. Some of them will be your friends. What are you doing that for? You know, pessimists. I know somebody who did that once. failed. Well, they won't have known this, but they will know in network marketing in general. Sharon and Anne. Not sure who Anne is. There'll be fear. Can I get this? Oh, it's Sharon. Hello, Sharon. You put your Annabelle. Oh, Annabelle, little baby. Fear. Can I do this? Guilt, because you're spending a bit too much time when you're days building your business. Be relatives. What are you doing that for again? You know. But you've got to overcome these dreams. All these challenges. So, the one thing is to be coachable, and we want to take advice from those who are most successful, which is why we've joined Amanda and Mike's team. And the whole upline is very successful people within a catalogue business. Now, obviously, we've got remnants from the old Clean Easy business, but it's a brand new business. And it's important that we take what we worked within the business and take that forward and leave behind any baggage. So we don't want to reinvent the wheel. You'll waste valuable time. A lot of what I'm going to be training is what we used to do within our old business because we know it works. So what we want to do is duplicate. In other words, don't innovate. Don't try and create new ideas. Just become a good student of our system. Now, we have 3 ways in which people can earn. First of all, we can earn just by retailing the product. Obviously, anybody can make £50 to £150 a week, even on the products that we've got now, just by having more catalogues. Now, we know we're limited at the moment with just 50 catalogues, but there's 2 different ways you can utilise them, either personal presentation or via letterboxing. Now, I would recommend that initially everybody gets a few of their catalogues out to their friends and family. The second way is going to be by building a small team. 12 to 20 hours a week, I'm sure it's going to be easy enough to get between 100 and 250 pounds a week. I can't be exactly sure because we haven't got a pay plan yet, and I'm covering that off at the end. And there's what a lot of people are looking for. Sharon, what are you doing? You know I'm recording this, don't you, Sharon? A business builder want to earn a lot more money. Obviously, these people are completely committed and focused, and you don't build a big income overnight. It just takes a little bit of time. But we're in an ideal situation. We are at the beginning of a brand new business with a lot of expertise. You know, Clean Easy started with no expertise, and it grew. So I'm going to talk about catalogue retailing, and I can only go back to what we know from the previous business that we were all involved with. Is it worth it? Well, you tell me. This is somebody who's spent a bit of time over a period of time with the old business. Now, you remember, at the moment, we've got a very small range of products, but it's been said that by the end of next year, we'll have over 1,000 products. So what we should be focusing on at the moment is not necessarily the amount of orders we get, but gathering customers. If we gather customers and we service them correctly, then we will end up with a customer base. You only need, if you can pick up 10 customers a week over a year, that's 365 customers, sorry, 3,650 customers over a year. That's amazing. You don't need that many customers. Yeah. But this person, Jonathan Becks, did a customer base. We dropped out 382 books. We collected 143 orders. Grand total of 2,689. Now, we're talking here with about a product range of what we will have by the end of next year. And you've got to remember at this time also there was an issue with out of stocks. So he still made £18 an average order and earned himself £39 an hour. But he started out like we all did. Just a few catalogues and maybe no customers. So what will we do regarding cataloguing? First of all, we must plan where we're going to go, when we're going to go, and how we're going to go. Catalogue only works if you have worked the numbers. We recommend that when you start, you can do 400 catalogues a week blanket dropping. Now, I know that's not possible when you've only got 50 catalogues, but if you put 50 catalogues out on a daily basis, you can put at least a couple of 100 catalogues out a week. Who's that noise? Is that you, Sharon?
Leave it alone.
I'll mute you. Okay. All right. We know that can't happen initially, but you can by putting 50 catalogues out, collect them in the following day, put them out again. You can get, 200 to 300 catalogues out in a week. So, what do we do when we retail? We must plan. In other words, get a map of your local area. Do that via Google Maps, and we blanket drop. Somebody's chat. Sorry, internet cut off. I know that. Okay. We blanket drop. Well, now, what do we mean by blanket dropping? Well, it's just going to every house, going out your front door, turning left or right, and giving every house the catalogue, with 2 or 3 exceptions. And that is empty houses, houses that have been turned into flats, and student houses. The reason I say you don't put out 2 catalogues, houses that have been turned into flats, if there's only 1 letterbox and there's 3 flats, nobody's going to take ownership of the catalogue. If you put it into a student house, generally, once again, nobody will take ownership of the catalogue. If you're uncertain, personally present on those particular houses. There is a website called hopewiser.com where you can go in and you can go in and write a road name in, and it will tell you how many houses are in that road. And what we don't do is we don't prejudge. We don't know who's going to order. It's like if you walk down your road and knocked on every door and asked them which supermarket they bought from, their main shop, you'll get loads of different answers. You'll get someone saying Tesco's, some saying Morrison's, some saying Sainsbury's, some saying Lidl, some saying Aldi. So you cannot prejudge who's going to buy from you. The only way that you know is by putting a catalogue through the door. And be aware that people won't always look at the catalogue first time round. Depends where you are. Remember, for instance, in Leicester, all the schools are closed today. I think that doesn't happen in other areas. So there'll be people going on holiday, etc., and they won't necessarily be thinking about ordering. If people are just about to go on holiday, they won't be ordering from you. So all these things need to be taken into account. And what you don't want to do is get flititis. Now, the flititis is a disease that afflicts new people. Basically, you think, I'm going to do a few catalogues over here, don't get very good pickup, so I'm going to miss out all the rest of that area and go somewhere else. You need to work through an area. You don't want to be flitting all over the place. And you will need to ignore other agents because people will order from the person. For instance, let's say, for instance, I don't know, a shop that's got loads of outlets, Tesco. There might be one Tesco you hate because the staff there are not very nice, but you might go to another Tesco. We have the same with our Aldis. There's one particular Aldi we like to go to because the way that it's presented and the way it's clean, kept clean, and that is the one we prefer. Okay, so don't worry about other agents. So we've got a map, and this is how we work it. We mark out where we're going to go for that first week. Week 1, we're in that area. And then week 2, now for those who are colourblind, the first one was red, the second one is green. Now in week 1, we were putting out books and we were picking them back up again. We won't get them all back straight away. We'll have to go back a few times. And then in week 2, we drop into a new area. What we will be doing in the red area is we'll be delivering goods and we'll be trying to pick up extra catalogues that we haven't yet got back. And then you carry it into the green area and then into the yellow area and then into the turquoise or blue area. And then you're back into the same area again. So you are working a 4-week cycle. Now that area should cover the amount of catalogues that you need to put out. That's, as I say, 200-400 catalogues, whatever. But have a plan. Don't expect to put out 50 catalogues and get £50 worth of orders. It just won't work. We put out 400 catalogues when we first joined and didn't get a single order. put another 400 catalogues out and got £500-600 worth of orders, because you have to find your customers in the early days. So some hints and tips for retailing. First of all, you must respect property. When you go in, there's a gate open, or sorry, you go through a gate, close it behind you, walk down the path, don't bang the letterbox, push the catalogue through, or if you're person presenting, knock on the door. Make sure you don't put your fingers through, because doggies love fingers. All right? Be reliable. If you say you're going to pick the books up the following day, then pick up the books the following day. Now, I will get some people who will say to me, one day's not enough. Yes, it is. In the early days, it is. Because it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, we've been doing cleaning. We were doing cleaning for 21 years. And it doesn't matter how long somebody tells you they need, they will take as long, and you still won't get an order from them. If somebody wants the goods, wants the products, they will either look at it or they won't. The reason we use tomorrow slips are that we'll give people a catalogue, and if they're not interested, they'll leave it straight back outside for us. If we have 2 days hence, they won't leave it outside for us. They'll forget all about it and you'll lose the catalogue. The idea in the early days is to get the catalogue back from those who are not interested first time round and give it to somebody else. Don't starve yourself of catalogues by leaving catalogues for too long. And we use callback slips. On the first time we pick up the books, we don't actually knock on the door. We put a little slip through that says, I called for your catalogue, it wasn't outside. I'll be back again tomorrow, please leave it outside. And the reason we do that, I knock on your door and I say to you, oh, I've just finished with me, have you finished with the Viva MK catalogue? And they turn around to me and say, oh, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I'm sure there's something in there I want. And you say, it's all right, I'll come back tomorrow. So I'm going to be in the area anyway. And they say, don't worry, I'll order it next time. You've now lost an order. Whereas if you put a callback slip through, they read that you're actually coming back tomorrow, and they will then place their order and leave the book out for you. Your job is to give the best service around. Make sure you replace plastic bags that look or feel, ugh, because people won't. If the bags don't look clean and tidy, people won't enter your shop. It's like if you've gone outside of a shop that's very, very dirty, people just won't go enter it. Make sure your brochures are all labelled with your details on. And make sure that you write your own name and number on the customer order form. And put your display collection tickets at the front of the catalogue so that it's very clear to see when you're going to pick up your book. Now, what we would try to say is try to plan your time to pick up and drop on the same day. That's very easy at the moment because we've only got one catalogue. Later on, I'm sure we're going to have more than one catalogue. We'll have a Christmas catalogue and the cleaning product one. What it means is, as you pick your books up, resort them out, retile them, make sure there's another order form in there and the day slips are set up. So when you've collected all your books in, you put them straight back out again. All right? Because they don't earn any money in your house. But you must make sure you check all orders for addresses. If it's been looked at, look for the order form. Make sure you replace any dog-eared and torn catalogues. Because if you just give people catalogues that are torn, and it's just showing that you don't care. And they might think, well, if you don't care about the way he's presenting himself or herself to us, then maybe it's not going to worry about the condition of the products, and it's all going to reflect back on you. Remember, this is a new business. People will not have seen our catalogue before. They won't know who you are. They won't know you're reliable, you're dependable, that the products are going to go very quickly. And there's an opportunity there also to recruit new customers. But as I said previously, remember, the catalogues won't sell anything if they're sat in your own house. All right. So what we want to do is build your customer base. And we work a 4-weekly cycle. Why do we do that? Well, your customers will see the books 13 times a year. Okay? Every 4 weeks, customers will see your books. And use a record book to recall all those customers. It's important. This is a very important part of your business. is to keep a separate record of anybody that's ordered from you. Because if you lose that book, then you've lost all the work that you've put in the first 6 months. Because it does take 6 months to build a customer base. It says here aim for 1,000 customers. You set your own target. But if you had 1,000 customers and only 10% of them ordered, that's 100 customers ordering every month. And if the average order is £10, that's £1,000 worth of orders every month. If you are a platinum member, that's 350 quid in your pocket. All right. So, I know this will be difficult for some people, but try to be reliable and friendly. If people haven't got a smile, give them yours. Okay. You can always get another one. And ensure that you create a good reputation. You want people to recommend you to other people. Make sure customers know your name. Now, we've got a fantastic opportunity because Clean Easy is gone, Betterware's gone. There's a lot of people who left Clean Easy who are now not rejoining Viva MK. So there's whole swathes of areas that are not going to see the catalogue. You use that to your knowledge. Make sure customers know your name. Our customers will order from Andy and Sharon. They won't order from Viva MK. We are just distributors of Viva MK products. And become customer based. Once you become customer based, life gets a lot easier. We have to put the hard yards in to get there. And once you've built your customer base, we then blanket drop again in 6 months' time. Now, what we normally say to people is we blanket drop usually with the Christmas catalogue. Well, the Christmas catalogue is going to be our first main catalogue, so that doesn't really count at this moment in time. We don't know what the catalogues are going to be like next year, so we're not going to focus on any of that because we have no history. Pardon me. Now, it only takes 6 months. 1 in 10 people generally order. That doesn't mean that you'll put 50 catalogues out and you get 5 orders. What I'm talking about is putting 1,000 catalogues out and getting 100 customers. You need to put the numbers. Right? The average order when you're blanket dropping is about £10. Eventually, when you were dropping 400 catalogues a week, you'll now reduce that down to just your customers, and you end up probably doing 100 catalogues a week. So the amount of effort and time you put into it will actually reduce. Now, this says 479. I haven't changed the figure. I should have changed this figure because it's 25% if you're a standard member, and it's 35% if you are a platinum member. So, when you become customer based, rewards start to grow. You start to earn more per hour for the effort you're putting in. There's a reduction spent in time retailing. The catalogue loss becomes minimal, and you very rarely lose a catalogue. It's that you get a little bit of a sense of achievement on 6 months when you drop from blanket dropping to customer base. However, we get a lot of people who will then start a new blanket drop area. It's a nice little earner rather. But it also validates everything your sponsor has told you to do. If you will just stick and have faith in your sponsor and people within that team who have done this business before, not with Viva MK, but similar products, and you will be successful. Now, once you become customer based, you'll ignore other agents. You'll concentrate on making sure that your customers get the book, and you won't worry about the results because you know everyone you're giving the catalogue to has ordered in the past. You will go back for the out books that you're not back because you know that potentially there's an order there. You won't reinvent the wheel because you know it works. You will be persistent, you'll be consistent, and you won't listen to any negative people who say it won't work. Now, if that's going to happen in 6 months' time when you've got a customer base, take that on board now and do it now. Just do it. Because I guarantee if you don't look after your customers, somebody else will. You need to have stickability. You're going to get good and bad pickups. Got to remember, weather is going to affect your orders. People will go out on day trips. They won't be thinking about cleaning the house. When it's rainy and so forth else, people will start buying more products. You've got to remember about holidays. People won't be buying just before they go on holiday. Right? You will bump into other distributors. Maybe not at the moment, but you will do as the company grows. And initially, in the early days, you may lose a few catalogues. The weather, as I say, it's the UK. You can't guarantee. At the moment, you can. It's sun. We're sweaty. All right, live with it. Longevity pays dividends. The longer you're in, the easier it gets. You need to learn to be professional if you want to earn a professional's income. So we can plan our own pay. How much do you want to earn? How much? If you know that you want to earn £350 worth of orders and you're a platinum member, then you need to retail £1,000 worth of orders. All right. Later on, when we start getting MLM play planning and we start getting bonuses, then that'll change. But at this moment in time, you know that if you want £350 worth of orders as a platinum, you need to get £1,000 worth of orders. How many catalogues do you need to place? Well, as many as it takes in the early days. But you must work out your averages. Your averages will always get better. We can use a little retail plan where you can actually mark down your catalogues out, your catalogues in. We will be updating this and putting this on the group so you can download it for yourselves. All right. Now, obviously, it's got period sales forecast on it at the moment because we used to have a 4 weekly period. I'm not going to do that, and we're going to just do it in 4 weeks so you can always track for a 4 week period, because that's when we recommend you service your customers every 4 weeks. There are also going to be some downsides of cleaning the MK flop. That's where you put a catalogue through a door, you turn around, walk down the drive, and behind you with the door open and flop. Somebody's put it back on the doorstep. You've got two choices. You can either go back and pick it up, or you can leave it as you intended. In our old business, we've had people who've said that to us, somebody's dropped the book back outside, they've thought about picking it up and left it, come back the following day, the catalogue's there, but it's got a £20 order in it. Why? Because somebody else in the household's come home, saw it, and took it in and placed an order. You have a choice. You'll bump into other distributors. Don't worry about them. Concentrate on your business. If you noticed Aldi and Lidl, where they usually put stores is next door to another supermarket. Certainly in Leicester, we noticed this. Lidl has opened opposite Asda on Way. On one road, but basically there's a Lidl open next door to a Tesco on Foss Road. They're not bothered about competition. I've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to move on as fast as I can. All right, they're not worried about competition, and neither should you be, because people will order from you. Victor Meldrew, you'll get somebody say, "Oh, I don't want this rubbish." Well, they've never seen it before. They don't know it's rubbish. It's not rubbish, but it's just their attitude. And do you really want that person as a customer? Don't let them upset you. Occasionally, you might get wet books, okay, because people will, rain will get in or whatever. Once again, don't worry about it. It's just one of those things. Wet distributor. It rains in the UK. Not at the moment, it doesn't, but it rains in the UK. Funny enough, I went to Sheffield today and I got soaked. You know, you can only get wet to the skin. Don't worry about it. People start throwing it in the bin. 9 times out of 10, they haven't. They just tell you they have, so you'll piss off. Or go away, rather. Shouldn't use the word. Basically, don't worry about it. Somebody says, "Oh, I've thrown it in the bin." So, "Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks for telling me that. Do me a favour, would you? If you get these in the future and you don't want it, just leave it outside and your distributor will pick it up. Leave a little note there, because we have to pay for these catalogues, which we will have to at some stage. All right. And generally, we find that their attitude changes. I don't want a catalogue. Some people will just not want a catalogue. Now, at the moment, nobody will have seen the catalogue before, so they won't know what's in it. So you're going to get less of that, but you will always get the diehards who are not interested anyway. And occasionally you'll hear a book become a dog's dinner. You put it through a letterbox, and the dog's grabbed hold of it. Just accept it, but make a note in your book that there's a dog there. Now, when you deliver your products, make sure you deliver promptly. We have a little slip we put out when we pick an order up. It says, "Dear customer, thank you for your order, which will be delivered on Thursday and Friday." That's when we deliver. We've changed it now. We actually do Saturdays mornings. And it says stock permitting. Now, I'm going to remove that stock permitting from us, but it should be 100% in stock. If this is not convenient, please ring us to arrange a more suitable time. Okay? We will update these sort of slips and put them on our page, so if everybody wants to utilise them, they can do. All right? But basically, what we're doing when we put a slip through the door is, one, we're telling the customer, thank you for your order. Two, we've got your order. Three, this is when we're going to deliver. And if it's not convenient, they will ring you. Now, when you're delivering the products, majority of the products we're going to sell now are consumables. So put your sticker on each of the consumables so they know when they pick it up that when they need some more to ring you. Okay, so it'll have your phone number on it. Smile and be patient. Not. Who is it? It's Andy from Viva MK. Just come with your order. I'll be with you in a minute. 14 locks on the front door. Yeah. Just be patient, but have change ready. Right? You know how much. Fortunately, a lot of the products are £7, aren't they? So you could end up with £20. If it's a £19 order, we'll go to the door with a £1 coin. If it's a £9 order, we'll go with a £1 coin and a £10 note. Yeah. If it's a £12 order, we'll go to the front door with £3 coins and a £5 note. So we can give them whatever change they need. Now, your trading account. You've got two trading accounts, either standard or platinum. Standard gives you 25% and you're getting an account with the company, where platinum you're paying up front for your goods and you're getting a bigger commission. Now, if you've got a standard account, make sure you're keeping credit. As soon as you get your money in off your customers, pay off your account. All right. Viva MK allow you to trade with their money to give you a positive cash flow. They don't have to do that, but they're doing it. Handling charges. Well, orders over £110, which is the agent price, which is the price that you pay, not the retail price, is free. Orders below that carry a £5.95 charge. Our delivery schedule, if you didn't know, you order on Friday between 3 o'clock and 3 o'clock on Monday, you'll get it on Wednesday. Monday to Tuesday, you get Thursday, and so on. Okay. If you are in the Channel Islands or the Northern Ireland, then obviously there's a slightly different. It's 1 day extra because you're having to travel a bit further. Make sure your new distributors know this so that they can plan when they're going to get their goods, so they can plan their deliveries in advance. If somebody wants to do their deliveries for the weekend, I would recommend that they place their order over Friday and Monday so that they can get their goods for Thursday, so they can organise on Friday to deliver on Saturday. And they get in the habit of doing that. Now, the great thing about our business is it allows you to leverage your time. This is the sponsoring side of the business. We can't tell you too much about how to do this, but I just want to open your eyes to the benefits of having a team. A job is referred to as just over broke, J-O-B. Okay? In other words, you go to work, you get paid some money, and you go back for some more. Now imagine you build a team and you sign in 2 people. And those 2 people all sign in 2 people. We sign in 2 people, and so on. Down 6 levels, they'll end up with 126 people. However, if you decided to sign in 3 people, and those 3 people copied you, 3 by 3 by 3, all right, so I'm going to change that, okay, equals 9, equals 27, and so on, 1,092 people. There seems to be a big difference in numbers between the 2, but there isn't. The only difference is 1. Each person has introduced 1 more person, but as it multiplies, it makes a massive difference to your business. Now let's imagine that you worked in a job for 50 weeks in a year, and you worked for 40 hours a week, that would be 2,000 hours working hours per week, per year. Is that what people would benefit from in a job? So if somebody's getting paid, let's say £10 an hour, they're on 20 grand a year. However, if you had 5 years, after 5 years, you had 1,000 people working, and they only work 2 hours of work per day in the business, you'd benefit from having a year's productivity happening in your business every day. That's the benefit of building a team. Okay? If you had 1,000 people and they each sold £1,000 in 6 months, we're not talking about £1,000 a month, I'm talking about £1,000. That's easy, going to be easy to do no matter what products we've got. You would turn over £2 million per annum. Now that, I can tell you now, it's going to be a substantial income. It's not easy, it's hard work and education. Now, we'll teach you how, when the pay plan's released. We can't show you now how to develop to a bigger income without the pay plan. However, what I'd recommend is just speak to everybody you know now about earning extra income from home. All right? Just through the catalogues and making some extra money. Because it's free to join. But you'll get nothing if you're one of these. Okay. So, that's all I wanted to cover tonight. Thanks for watching and listening. Does anybody have any questions? Any comments? Do you find that useful? Hello? Hello?
That's all right. It's always useful, Andy.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking it's vitally useful. I hope it's useful for new people.
Yeah.
To get you got to get your mindset right. Are you in it for the short term or the long term? Yeah, we've got to get people who've only got 50 catalogues to understand how we build this business, and we're looking to build it long term. When Clean Easy first started, there were a lot of people who quit in the early days because they weren't earning the money they wanted to. But those that stuck with it ended up making a lot, and I mean a lot of money. And the same is going to happen with yourselves. And you might decide that you only want to earn 50 quid a week. That's absolutely fine. Nobody's going to decry you for doing that. I will be, because this is about ready to quit on me, I will be uploading this to YouTube, and then I'll put the link on the group.